Welcome back to Dollar Mint Old Coin, where we bring you the hidden stories and real value of rare and collectible coins from around the world. Today, we're exploring a truly fascinating piece of South African history, the 2 Rand coin from the year 1991. At first glance, it may seem like just another everyday coin, but once you uncover the history, the design, and the rarity, you'll see why this little treasure can be worth as much as $500 to the right collector. The year 1991 was one of great importance in South Africa. It was a time of change, a time when the old systems of the country were starting to give way to something new. Apartheid, the segregation system that had divided people for decades, was finally nearing its end. Nelson Mandela had been released from prison in 1990, and the nation was preparing for a future that promised democracy and unity. So, every coin minted during this time isn't just a coin, it's a piece of history. When you hold a 1991 South African 2 Rand coin, you are holding a symbol of a country in transition, a reminder of a moment when hope and change were in the air. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. On the front side, also known as the obverse, the coin proudly displays the South African coat of arms. This emblem represents unity, strength, and the heritage of the nation. Depending on the minting batch, you'll often see inscriptions in both English and Afrikaans, two of South Africa's official languages at the time, which again emphasizes the cultural blend of the country. On the reverse side, the coin features one of South Africa's most iconic animals, the majestic greater kudu. With its long spiral horns and graceful posture, the kudu is a powerful national symbol, representing natural beauty, elegance, and pride. Along with this image, the coin shows its denomination, 2 Rand, and of course, the year 1991. The design is simple, but it's powerful. It ties together the themes of national pride and natural heritage, making the coin not only a medium of exchange but also a piece of cultural art. Collectors around the world admire coins like this because they tell a story far beyond money. They tell the story of a nation, its struggles, and its values. Now let's talk about the physical details. The 1991 2 Rand coin is made of nickel-plated copper, unlike some earlier South African coins that were made of precious metals like gold. It measures about 26 mm in diameter, weighs around 7 grams, and has a reeded edge, meaning it has small grooves running along the side to prevent counterfeiting and tampering. These details might seem small, but for collectors, they matter a great deal. They help determine authenticity, originality, and overall value. Of course, when we talk about value, the big question is, why can this 1991 coin be worth up to $500? After all, millions of coins were made for circulation. The answer lies in two things: rarity and condition. Most of the coins that were minted in 1991 were used every day. They passed through countless hands, got scratched, lost their shine, and eventually became just old change. But a very small number survived in pristine condition. These are what collectors call mint state coins, meaning they are almost flawless, exactly as they were the day they left the mint. Coins graded by professional services like NGC or PCGS as MS65 or higher can fetch very high prices, sometimes even reaching $500. On average, a 1991 2 Rand coin in circulated condition might only sell for a couple of dollars. In better shape, maybe around $50 to $100. But if you have one in mint state, untouched, shiny, and well preserved, then you may have a treasure worth several $100s. That's why people all over the world are searching their drawers, their old collections, and even bank vaults for coins like these. They may look ordinary, but their value lies in rarity and perfection. Collectors are not just buying a coin for the metal it's made from. They're buying a piece of history, a story they can hold in their hand. For the 1991 2 Rand coin, that story includes the end of apartheid, the symbol of the kudu antelope, and the pride of a nation in transformation. Each detail makes the coin more meaningful and more valuable. If you're interested in collecting coins like this, there are a few things you should always remember. First, condition is everything. Even the slightest scratch or wear can drop the value dramatically. Second, never clean your coins. Many people think polishing or shining a coin will make it look better, but in reality, collectors want coins in their original state, with natural toning. Cleaning can actually ruin the value. Third, if you believe you have a rare coin, consider sending it to a grading service. Getting it officially graded and certified can add credibility and increase its market value. And finally, always store your coins properly in protective holders or albums to prevent damage. The 2 Rand coin also comes with some fun facts. Did you know the 2 Rand coin was first introduced in 1961, the very same year South Africa became a republic? The kudu has been a part of the design since its earliest versions, and it remains one of the most beloved symbols in South African numismatics. Collectors often love pairing the 1991 coin with South African banknotes from the same year, creating a complete set that represents the era. When you think about it, this coin is more than just currency. It's a story of nature, culture, and politics, all wrapped into a small piece of metal. And for those who appreciate the deeper meaning behind coins, that's what makes it worth collecting. So the next time you come across an old South African coin, take a closer look. That 2 Rand from 1991 might just be more than spare change. In the right condition, it could be worth $500, and more importantly, it could connect you to a powerful chapter of history.